dear friend, else one day, and today I just need to speak about something about what I don't know. But now in my life happens interesting thing. I need more tied with the food because to consume the healthy food it's the most important thing in my life. I think so because if you eat the junk food, you will always live in the hell, and I'm confident about it because I have lived all, all, all my life in the hell state every day because I always was mm, eat the junk food with this pastry food always was in my diet is the dairy food, the meat, and therefore I was so meat, I was so hungry, so depressed. But now I try to change it. I try to eat more vegetarian food without meat, without pastry, flour food, and also without junk food, without sugar because it's just so cool. When I started to eat this great vegetarian food, I started to feel that like a new state. And why I started to think so because when few months ago I started to read the book about Steve Jobs, and this book really changed my life because this person really was so interesting, he was so cool. But what I've realized that he was so unique person, not just because he was this person, like just person, but else because he always knew that to eat clear food is so important in our life. He was really healthy person. If you will watch how he looked in the his 25 in his 30s, he looked really well, really fresh, really well, and therefore it means that he felt himself very well, and he knew it, and therefore he ate well always, and therefore he also was so productive and ambitious person, and therefore it motivated me every day to feel to eat better food as I can, to cook more healthy food as I can to myself, to my family, because I'm not changed my life, but also I help to other people, even for my family, because I see how they also feel better if even just they can eat the salad from the vegetables on all the beans which I can cook sometimes, and therefore it gives so big sense. And when you add the healthy food, you uh, if you eat every day the healthy food, then day by day you feel yourself better and better, better and better and better and better, and it really works so. But the most interesting thing about the first part of this video will about junk food, and its name why you are living in the hell because you're eating the junk food. And it's really true because this junk food made for from special scientists which made this food so to make you so pleasant of this food, and this junk food like cookies, bread, and pastry food, everything from the shop, almost everything from the shop what you can buy, you can ultra processed food, you can see that it made from flour, from more sugar and salt, and this salt, sugar, and flour pastry food makes you addicted. When you eat it once, after a few hours you want else, and after a few hours you want else, and therefore you so often consume this food, and you feel worse and worse and worse and worse every day. You show stress, and therefore it becoming your like habit, and you forget yourself. You started to forget yourself, your views, your points, your goals, um, your bill, not maybe, I don't know, your important things in your life, because you started to live like in the hell, in the dark place, because you always feel bad. And to quit all these bad feels, you start to eat the food, to get few even few seconds of this pleasant. When you eating this food, you eat it to get some pleasant, to get some good feels, to get field of this food. But it's a trap, and you always forget about it. You had after, as you had eaten the food, after as you had eat this food, after a few hours you started craving this, that you want else, because this ultra processed food, which going through your body so fast, and it makes you addicted, and therefore you always living in this state of suffering, because it's so bad for your gut, for your stomach, for all your body. And especially if you even eating the pastry food with meat, with dairy, it's so awful, it's so painful, because it's really so bad for our body. But this food with meat and pastry and with dairy, uh, selling everywhere in our world, everywhere. People say it's useful, that it's with big proteins, and people believe in it, and they buy it, and after this they are suffering, they crying, they have mental problems every day, they have big problems with some health, but they don't know even for why it happens with them. So they think that it's okay, they just old, or just they weak persons. But and they go to the doctors to get some pills, and they eat these pills and feels elsewhere, and therefore everyone lives in these cycles, like in the health cycles. And now I will tell you how to quit of this cycle, because it's my life experience, how I've quitted of this, and how I try to quit every day of this. So the first important thing which you need to know is to do every day exercising, every day for all the rest of your life, because when you're doing exercise, your body started to clean himself, your blood follow faster, better, and your body refreshing when you're doing exercises. Also, it's so useful for your spine, and you're just getting better always with workout, with morning workout, with evening workout, and so on. So it's one step, and second step is to do yoga. Without yoga you can't live this your life. Well, I'm confident about this. You can start with the video in the YouTube, just with stretching, with usual yoga, when you can repeat from the author of this YouTube channel of this video, and you can just repeat it. And it's for starting basement, it's useful. I have started, so in my few years ago I started, so, and therefore it's a good way. And next steps, I recommended to you to get a practice from Isha yoga teachers in your city, because from the practices from the Isha, from the Sadhguru, because they really works, and it's really change everything in your life if you will keep doing practicing it. Because I every day, almost every day, do these practices, maybe even every day, like Angamardana. I have got Angamardana, the Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya, the Surya Kriya, and they super mega ultra powerful practices which will change your life, yourself, your behavior, your mind, your soul, your feels in 100%. If you will do it, then you will try to do it correctly and to try to grow in them, and then you will feel much better. You will live really like in unusual, in other reality, when everything feels better, more interesting, more cool, and I'm confident that Sadhguru did so has done did so that it's open for everyone now. This yoga ancient practices, it's so powerful practices, and now it's open for everyone, and I'm so happy to have them and to do them because it's really useful. And therefore after these practices you can feel that your spine becomes so strong, and it makes you productive person, and your mind becomes so clear. And with this clear mind it's much easier to live this life, to understand what to do, how to live, and to grow, to learn something, and also to eat more healthy food. And so I started my way because I every day try to grow, and I started to feel that I have this ability to cook every day something like the salads from vegetables, or sometimes even from fruits. I try to cook the from the beans and other foods useful from the vegetables, and therefore I try to live more in the plant-based diet because it's the best state with which I have ever seen, and therefore I'm so happy to be here. And so it was really my steps, and it seems so crazy easy, but it really so but also the most important thing is to have in your diet always at least 50% fresh fruits and vegetables, greens, and it's also saved my life. But it's so important to start to quit as fast as you can of meat, of pastry food, and it's just my vision. You can do as you want, it's your responsibility. You can do not believe me, or you can believe me, it's your responsibility. You're doing your choose. You can choose as you want, and everything is your responsibility. And therefore it's just my recommendation what works for me. And so because after as I quit all this food, after meat, pastry food, sugar, and salt, I started to feel much better, and I'm so grateful and happy to live my life. So, and also in this state, in this good plant-based diet state, I feel much better myself. I have more freedom, more happy. I'm more alive, and I'm being more in the present, and I'm just not suffering. What the most important thing that I'm not suffering, and that's point. That's was my always my point, because in my last years I was so much suffering every day. I didn't know what to do, how to live, but I have this opportunity now to live clear, and therefore I want to share with you more about it, that you can quit of this hell too, because mm, this life really created for us, for people, that we have this ability, we have this strong mind, which have these cool abilities, and therefore it's important to quit all these bad habits faster as you can. And also maybe soon I will tell about how I have quit of smoking cigarettes and other things, and also another drugs because I was really also addicted person, not like addicted of these chemicals, but because I guess that I had traumas too, and also because I didn't yoga right correctly before, and therefore yoga changed everything in my life from Ishi yoga, and this yoga changed and helped to me to quit of everything, of every painful things in my life, and therefore I'm here, I'm alive, I'm happy, and I hope that you will also use this opportunity because we are living in the best time in this time in our or in this time really. So mm, thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.